Hey guys, so yes, I'm in the same outfit because we doing batch recording today, y'all. I had some time, so we're just gonna get through this because this video is gonna hit a little bit different. So I don't even know how to start this video off. I mean, it's a life update and it's a lot of things about life I gotta tell you guys about. But first, if you guys are new to this channel, hi, my name is KT and I'm your favorite publicist that comes to this channel to talk about career, business, and a sprinkle of lifestyle from here to there. Welcome to the channel. I used to call you guys my business besties. We're gonna have to figure out a new word to call y'all in 2024. Thank you guys for rocking with me through this hiatus in life. Because when I say life was life and life was life. But we're here. We've made it through the storm of 2023. And 2024 is looking to be a better year. A year of learning more about ourselves. Learning more about our paths. Awakening period. All that kind of good jazz. Because what I tell you, 2023 gave it to me. 2023 gave it to you, girl. But nevertheless, I'm just gonna go ahead and get straight on into the video. Alright, y'all, so where shall I start? Well, at the time of this, I finished my first semester of teaching, so hand claps for that. That was a great experience for me per se, because one, I saw how the program has evolved since I was a student, and when I tell you, the department chair who is currently over there, she was one of my professors back when I was in undergrad. She has changed this program for the better, and I cannot believe the amount of hands-on things that the students are doing. So this semester I actually taught a campaigns class. So what a campaigns or capstone class is, basically the students actually get into groups and actually form their own agency and actually deliver a whole PR campaign to a client of our choice. So when I tell y'all these people, I am just glad that I was able to be a part of their lives and see them grow as college students, and now most of them have graduated and now are looking to get into their field, being practitioners, and just to see how much they've grown just within that semester was so much for me. Because like I stated, I don't know if you guys knew this, but I was really going through a time of not understanding, you know, my career choices, and thinking about maybe PR wasn't for me anymore, and maybe I should think about, you know, how to basically transition out of PR and into something else, because I just felt like it wasn't working anymore. I wasn't getting the excitement that I had once before when I first started being in PR. And for me, I'm not saying every day has to be rainbows and butterflies and all that, but I just didn't have that oomph about PR anymore. So I was really thinking about, you know, how I can pivot out of being a full-time practitioner, what else life could look like. Because one, I got 7 years under my belt. I haven't even been in practice for 10 years yet. What does that look like? All that kind of stuff. So I did decide in 2023 that I was going to get involved in my local PRSA chapters. So started networking and just being more into learning more about PR, because I think that was one of the elements I was missing. Because you guys know I'm in school, but what I'm doing in school is not specifically just PR, it's strategic media. And most of it is just like media communications, research, that kind of stuff. So we're not even talking about, you know, PR practices and stuff like that. So I really wasn't into it anymore. So that was the great thing that came out of this shit. Also, there is an update. And even when I say this still feels wild to me. Not wild about what I'm about to say, but wild in the sense of what else follows behind it. So by the time this video has come out, I'm pretty sure I have done this, but I have put in my 2 weeks notice at my current employer. And I know y'all looking like, well, what you mean? It just wasn't working anymore, y'all. Like, a lot of stuff was popping off. A lot of stuff that I wanted to do was, I can never fully go into the whole details because I'm not gonna bash anybody or, you know, call people out for various things because it's just not in my character. But it just wasn't for me anymore. We'll put it like that. I have gotten to the point of where I wasn't excited about it, and I wanted to look for a new job, and that's how even teaching came about, because I'm just like, okay, well, if I start, you know, teaching on the side, maybe that can help me correspond with my job. Like, I'm not saying I got to, you know, like, I mean, I would prefer to like my job, but, you know, I can get through it, finish out my 2 years, maybe, you know, transfer into being the whole professor. I had a whole plan of just being like, okay, I think you can stick it out 2 more years. You got 2 more years left in your core curriculum stuff for your PhD program. We can stick it out. It ain't that bad, but apparently I asked God for a sign, and that's the thing about God, y'all. I'm gonna tell you now, don't ask that man or ask the Holy Spirit or ask Jesus. Don't ask them for a sign and think you not finna get it, especially when you already knew. Don't ask for it, because I'm not saying he gonna send you the greatest sign. He gonna send you something that's gonna make you say, oh, that's it. That's it right there. And I kid you not, I asked God for that sign because it just really, even with the plan, I was like, I don't know about this. Like, what is it? Like, is it me? Is it not a good fit anymore? What's going on? So I'm just like, God, send me a sign about what I need to do. Well, I need to, you know, start looking for another job. I really don't want to start a new job because I got all this stuff going on. Then people ain't gonna understand that I'm trying to teach part-time, and I got content creation. I got this going over here, and I needed something to be flexible. When I tell you all that was going on in my mind, and then the next day that thing hit, and I said, oh, got to go. Gotcha, Lord. We ain't gonna misconstrue what that was. Because when I wrote it in my journal and the next day it happened, I couldn't do nothing but be like, oh, let me get on my P's and Q's. So that is what led me to actually start looking for a job. Well, I won't say that is what led me to looking for a job. I was applying before, but I wasn't taking it seriously. And the reason why I would say I wasn't taking it seriously is because the economy started getting bad. You know, people making these big layoffs. People in communications is always the first to go. So I was like, maybe I need to stay where I'm at. Like, I ain't trying to be in the hustle and bustle of, you know, getting somewhere. The next thing I know, I'm laid off. Now we sitting here looking crazy. Definitely didn't want to be in there. So I was applying, I was doing the interviews, but I can say my heart really wasn't in it, because I'm just like, I got school, I got this teaching stuff. We're gonna see something happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. So, but when that sign happened, I said, oh, we got to get on that Zoom. Casey, we can't dibble dabble. We got to get on our Zoom. So I'm just like you guys. When you get upset and things happen for a reason, you get to doing a widespread. I was doing a widespread for some odd strange reason. Could not land an interview here in Birmingham. Could not. When I say could not, could not. If I did, I could never make it past the first round. I networked, I reached out to people, I sent link messages, I sent emails. I was telling folks, hey, on the side note, if you know something about PR that's going on, include your girl in. That type of stuff. And then I was applying out of state. But for some reason, all the out of state jobs wanted to have interviews. So I was like, look at her, right? Yeah. Be mindful of what you do. If you ain't ready for it, don't do it. So don't be like me. So I have a new job. Offered. Well, I accepted the offer. It is out of state. Dum dum dum. Your girl is moving. As you guys are probably watching this video, in real life, I am packing and getting up out of here. So, well, am I gonna tell y'all where I'm going? Not just yet. We gotta test the waters, and that's why it's gonna lead to a lot of channel updates and all that kind of stuff. We still gonna have the content you guys know and love, but there's going to be some changes, especially in the first couple of months. But and I really believe that this is divinely led. Let me tell you why. So without giving everything away, I'm going to give you the story. I actually was offered this job before the sign of me asking God, did I need to leave, happened. I actually got the job offer, but the job offer was too low and they didn't do a relocation fee. So I said, your girl can't go. I can't make lower than what I'm already making and have to move. They wanted me to start in December. I couldn't get out my lease, so I would have to break the rest of my lease to move. All that kind of stuff was just happening, and I was like, they don't. Thankful for, you know, the job offer, but I can't accept it. And again, I was scared because I'm just like, I want something here in Birmingham. I was really utilizing these interviews things to get better at interviewing again, because I was out of practice for like a year and a half. I hadn't interviewed. I mean, yeah, I hadn't interviewed because even my teacher job, like, that was referral. So with all that being said, I didn't accept the offer, right? Then the sign happened. And I said, it's time for me to go. I want by the new year, I want to have a job lined up. So when I come back from vacation, we just gonna put in these 2 weeks and roll it out. That was my mindset. Didn't know where that was gonna come from, because like I said, when the sign happened, I had no interviews lined up. I didn't have nothing lined up. Nobody was calling, nobody emailed, nobody said nothing. So I was like, okay. And this happened, this happened right after Thanksgiving. So literally this happened, like, I want to say the week after Thanksgiving. Yeah, the week after Thanksgiving. That's when that sign happened. That that definitely happened week after Thanksgiving. So mind you, that's a stretch to go and apply, do all these, because don't nobody do one and done no more. Don't nobody do one and done no more. All this happened. And by January 1st, whew, that was a lofty goal. But I wasn't hearing it. I said, God, we're gonna make this thing shake. We're gonna do what we need to do. We're gonna get out on Zoom and we just gonna do what we got to do. So the place that I got the job offer from the first time. Funny thing, because I actually applied to this job twice. I applied 2022 for some odd strange reason. I don't know why. Got an interview, did not hear back from them at all, so I just safe to say they went with somebody else. The job offer came back around in 2023. I applied for it, didn't hear too much back from them, and then ended up doing the interview, got the job offer. Job offer didn't fit, I declined it. So the lady who was in my very first interview 2022 called and was like, hey, I remember, you know, we black lady, we here, right? We here. So she was like, you know, I saw that we offered you the position. What's wrong? And I didn't want to be mean and be like, it's the money, but in actuality it was the money. Like I couldn't lie and say that wasn't what it was, because that's what it was. It didn't fit to be moving, making less than what I was making now, and then having to pay out the relocation fees and all. So I was just straight up honest with her. I said, hey, the offer too low. I said, looking from my side, like, it's a great opportunity. I would love to take it, because the job is great. Like what I saw on paper, what I've seen about it, great opportunity for me, but the offer was just too low. And she was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna hear from Betty, because I asked for a ridiculous amount. Because God knows me and I know my worth, and he know my worth. So I'm gonna ask for what I want. I told y'all I learned that in 2023, so I was trying it out. I'm gonna ask for what I deserve. So I thought I wasn't gonna hear from them ever again, like, because that lady said, we'll see, y'all. So the next week after the sign happened, somebody called me about consulting again, and literally that came out of nowhere, because I talked to that guy about 3 months ago, and for some odd strange reason we never connected again. He called me out of the blue and was like, hey, you know, I want you to consult for me for a while, blase. So I was like, okay, I can do consulting on the side, especially teaching for the semester is ending. I'm not teaching for the spring semester, and I won't come back until fall anyway, so right on time for some extra money to be coming in, because that's all I thought about. Because I was like, if we gotta just jump out on faith on a consulting gig, we're just gonna have to do that, because yeah. Anyway, so I accepted it, told me how much I was gonna make. I was like, cool, that's great, but I'm still trying to find a new gig. So I'm applying, and denied. Nobody ain't saying nothing. It was looking very bleak for you, girl, to hit this goal of having this stuff by January 1st. So I get a phone call on a random Wednesday morning. Hey, Miss Turner, this is such and such from such and such, how you doing? And I'm looking crazy, because I thought these are people who I thought I was never gonna call back. Because when we get off that phone and I told them how much, they made it seem like they weren't gonna be able to find their money. So I counted them out. But then this is why the Lord tells you to wait patiently, because they said, Miss Turner, I just want to let you know that we found what you were asking for, and we want to see if you will accept the offer. I said yes, and when I said yes, y'all, what was I going? I don't live nowhere near. Don't live there at all. Crazy story about that. So literally something just told me, hey, call your apartment complex and be like, hey, well, my lease up, because normally they send out you know, lease renewal. And I was literally on the fence about, did I want to do a month to month, because I didn't know what I wanted to do at this point, because I was like, we gotta make some stuff shake, and I didn't want to be on a month to month lease because some things is high. But nevertheless, I was like, okay, if I need to be on a month to month to figure something out, it is what it is. Literally called him and it was like, oh, your lease is up February 6th. And I was like, okay, February 6th. The day after I accepted the position, they sent it out, and I have to be out in 60 days. So hold on, y'all, cause my battery just went low. Oh, so this how you know you amateur, because I just knew that this battery was gonna last, but it's okay. Anyway, back to the story. They was like, well, hey, you know, we would like for you to start in January. Oh, okay, January, that is perfect. So I have to, one, go down there, finish up all my stuff, have to find an apartment. I had to find a moving company. And your girl will be moving. Did I think that was going to happen in 2024? Of course not. That was not in my plan. That was not on my bingo cards at all for 2024. A new job was definitely on, because during this whole lofty goal of me thinking by January 1st I was gonna have a full-time job, so for some odd strange reason I still put that on for my 2024 goals, and a whole bunch of other stuff about, you know, doing these programs, doing this. So when I accepted this, that blew up all my goals that I set for 2024. So we're back to the drawing board about a lot of stuff. So lesson learned is, one, when you get comfortable or when you start feeling uncomfortable, it is time to move. It is time to get, don't collect 200. It's time for you to go. Do not be like me and ask for a sign and it makes it everything worse. Now you gotta speed up your timeline. But like I said, literally everything is divine timing, because I do not have to pay to break my lease. The job in itself is, I won't say less stressful than what I do now. It's probably going to be more stressful, but promotion, of course, if you hear what I'm saying. And in a different environment, because I mean, I visit this place a couple of times. Have I lived there? No. Do I know anybody there? No. So this is going to look a little different. And this isn't, I mean, y'all know, if you really know me, this isn't the first time I just packed up and just left a state that I knew nobody. That was my story my freshman year of college, when I left and moved to New Orleans 5 hours away from home and knew no one down there, and found friends and was very successful, and decided to come back home because of situations with my mom and everything else. And it's funny because I'm filming this video on the anniversary of her passing, so this is a lot. I cannot take credit for this. I cannot give anybody else credit other than God, because literally the timing, there's no way I could have ever replicated this or made this come to pass without him. And that's why I know that this is probably the path he has for me. Yeah, y'all, I'm still in shock, because literally when I tell you this went on my bingo card at all, and I'm just looking at just the timing of it all, I couldn't imagine that somebody would have came back, because this was a month in between when I got the first offer to now. But yeah, so that is one of the biggest life updates, is getting a new job, moving out of the state. I have been here my whole entire life, and it's different because I don't come back. You know what I mean? Like for school, you still gotta go back for holiday breaks. I'm moving. Like I'm taking all my stuff with me moving. So that's different. My sister is probably not the greatest person right now. And it's only because when I tell you, me and her, y'all see my sister, we locked in. That's my boo. Her and my other sister. And it's just been us. Especially since my mom passed away, it's just been us rocking it together, and she has been there since day of birth. She's the one who named me, so it's like I'm her baby. So the fact that I'm moving away from her permanently for now, this is a lot. So she's willing and you know, putting things together, but I can tell, you know, just she's taking it well. She's a champ. And I told her we're not too far away from each other that you can't come visit. So this is why this channel will also look different, because I don't know what life looks like down there yet. I don't know, not saying I don't know what I can film, what I can't film, because it's the same stuff basically, but just, you know, getting used to a lot of stuff. I know the first couple of months is just getting accustomed to the city, getting accustomed to the job, getting accustomed to everything. The greatest thing about this whole situation is most of the organizations I'm here in Birmingham, they have the same similar organizations where I'm going. So I'm not gonna lie and say I'm gonna join them right away, because like I said, I just need to get down there, getting packed, still be in awe that this is happening and just, you know, wrapping my mind around everything and trying to be the best communicator. And I'm still gonna be in school. Y'all know I'm online, so that's not stopping. And just being okay with being alone, because this is really gonna be an alone season for me, with nobody. Yeah, so health things, life update. I know you guys probably see some of the difference, and I talked about this on my Instagram, because I am a diabetic. I was put on some new medication, and when I tell you this, great for diabetes, if you try to lose weight, great for that. I was not trying to lose any weight. Bummer for me, because now I have to shell out a lot of money to get new clothes, because your girl clothes do not fit. And also dealing with a lot of the society pressures of hearing people say, oh, well, you getting too skinny and this, that, and the third, and what happened to you, and is you sick or what? That kind of took me, and that was just people in person. So and I'm not saying it's you guys specifically, but I know the internet can be a mean place, especially if you see me one day and the next day I'm like this, and you looking like, well, what she did to herself, she must went and got a lipo, she did this, she did that. And I just didn't want to be under a microscope as much online as in person. So I did slow down on a lot of that. Also, the medicine was making me sick because I'm not used to it. So filming and everything wasn't on my mind. Also dealing with the fact that I had a lot going on in life, and that, and health and all that kind of stuff. I just could not film. And I'm glad I did take that time off, because when I tell you topsy-turvy life was happening, and as much as I want to take you guys on the journey, I just couldn't at that time, because like I stated, I won't say I didn't like what I was seeing in the mirror, but I didn't know who I was, to be completely honest. Getting used to different body sizes, having to find new clothes, having to figure out how I'm showing up, all that kind of got twisted up. And hearing stuff in person all the time about my weight, about my clothes, about this, about that, I just couldn't do it online. So we're back, we're here, all that kind of stuff. Now, what I will say, you will see out of this channel, I will still be doing business content, but it's going, well, I won't say business content. There will be content about public relations specifically. While I was on my hiatus, a lot of the videos that people were liking was not even just the PR business, you know, business one-on-one videos. They were literally videos about how I started my journey in PR, and a lot of people found that from LinkedIn. So I really want to gravitate towards those type of videos of explaining more about the field and how to get into the field and what you need to know and things that might help, or understanding certain topics with PR. So that's a lot of things that I'm going to be doing, because like I stated, a lot of the business PR was especially geared towards, you know, me helping out businesses with my actual business. And now the fact that I don't have that business anymore, that was another disconnect of why I was going, because I'm just like, I can't, for me, genuinely, I couldn't do those videos, because I'm just like, I can't relate that to them. And even if I could relate it to them, like, I don't have that business aspect to help them out when they didn't understand it anymore. So really trying to shift my content. So you will see public relations content, but it will be packaged very differently than what it is now. Like I said, it will be geared more towards PR practitioners, people who are in school, people who want to get into PR, all that kind of stuff. You'll see more videos about school. More of the vlogs won't be productive day in the life vlogs anymore. Gotcha. So because I want you guys to not just be on a productive vlog, because like I said, I'm not sure how much I want to share about my job this go around. Like, you guys will know some stuff. I'll still show you some of the behind the scenes, but most of the vlogging is going to me getting used to a new city. So instead of productive work vlogs, we're gonna have thriving at 30 vlogs. So these vlogs will really be encompassing of my journey as a 30-year-old, moving, getting more into my career field, lifestyle, that kind of thing. So be on the move for that. And what else? I think that's all the life updates I have to share right now, because that was a lot. That was a lot. But thank you guys for staying tuned. You guys will hear more from me, so don't worry. As always, thank you for staying tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you won't miss a beat when I drop a new video. Also, comment down below like some of your life updates, because I feel like we haven't really chat much, and I haven't been on my social media like that either. Like, I might post a couple stories and then get off, post a couple stories, look at somebody else's stuff, get off. So I really want to build those connections again. So let me know down below what life updates you guys have for me, or if you want to tell me some great things, you can always DM me at ktthepublicist on Instagram and on TikTok. Y'all, my TikTok has been popping. Like, folks have been really following me, and I have not been posting on TikTok either. But anyway, this is the end of the video. As always, thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.